What am I talking about, though? I'm a Manny. Yeah, silence. That's a male nanny, for those of you who didn't put that together. You know, I don't need that crap from you guys, all right? You're going to give me crap for that. That's a legitimate job, all right? Parents are at work all day. Okay, they need their kids taken care of. Okay, I had to go through a strenuous 7-step interview process to become a male nanny. Okay, I was given a 20-minute psychological evaluation by a former certified police officer from Detroit. Okay, this is true. He called me at 7 in the morning. One of the first questions he asked me was, when was the last time you smoked marijuana? I thought that was irrelevant, so I gave him a silly answer. And then, by the way, just for future job applicants, don't be silly in a job interview. No one likes silly answers when you're trying to get a job. But I went, it had to be that crazy freshman year of college. And you could kind of tell I was joking. You know, look, sir, let me run a hypothetical by you. Let's say you're working for SoCalManny.com as a Manny, okay? And you're shepherding around one of our youth, one of our toddlers. And you're in a car. You get pulled over for running a stop sign. California roll, classic maneuver with you folks out there. You have a dime bag on your person. That makes SoCalManny.com look pretty stupid now, doesn't it, sir? Whoa, man, yeah. And that incredibly inaccurate hypothetical you just posed, I guess. But I would never have a dime bag on my person. Of course I would strap it to the inner thigh of the kid's cargo pant. They would never check there. I have a baby seat in the back of my Subaru now. It's my life. I just drive little kids around now. They're just in there in the back seat, telling me to change radio stations all the time. You know, having a baby seat can go one of two very different ways with women. They either think you're very mature and responsible, or they think you're a huge pedophile who, for whatever reason, is really concerned with child safety regulations. I'm not sure which one I'm more comfortable with at this moment. Hey, you guys, you might like to know this. I just found out how to make my parents proud of me. Yeah, do you guys want to know my secret? You want advice on how? I mean, because we all want that as kids, right? To make our parents proud, right? Okay, so what you do is you spend $80,000 of their hard-earned money, enroll yourself in a 4-year university such as UC Santa Cruz.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah. After spending the first 2 years smoking weed in your pajama pants and taking a strenuous course load with classes like Jim Henson's Muppet Magic and cave exploration with Professor Schroomberg, you decide the best course of action would just major in East Asian history. Why not? You found the Chinese people funny. And you graduate with your big fancy diploma, move on down to LA, and become a male nanny. The silence on the other end of that phone call will be deafening. I don't think I've quite come to terms with my reality yet as a Manny. Or I should say, maybe I have. It happened in the first 2 weeks. I went to pick the kid up from school. I was a couple of minutes early, so I sat on this bench next to these lovely Latina women. And I'd obviously encroached on some sacred ground, because when I sat down, they all started chatting in Espanol amongst themselves. But see, they didn't know I've taken a couple classes, okay? I've studied in Granada. I could understand what they were saying, and it was all innocent. You know, who is this guy? What is he doing here? But I knew they were talking about this gringo. So I decided to introduce myself to break the tension. But I didn't do it in Spanish. I chose English. And I did it in like the most kind of like commanding, like Plymouth Rock settlers English you could kind of like muster up. Like, hello, I'm Andrew Nackaroo. Nice to meet you, ladies. And there's a long pause. And one of them looked at me and just goes, welcome to the Manny Club. Oh, what's the Manny Club? Why is that the first thing you think of when you see me? Like, I could be a kid's cousin, an uncle, a a brother. Look, I have chest hair. I'm a man. I could be rearing one of those idiots running around. But I humbly accept your offer to be part of the club. It's fantastic. It's nice to be part of the club, isn't it? It's great. We meet on Tuesdays and make tacos in Gloria's house and talk about our abusive husbands. It's cathartic.